StiltzkinKupo84 with Cat and Fam Gamer TV. This is the third video, and it's going to be the first video where we take a look at our equipments. See, we got a dagger that's going to teach us flee. So this is first game in the series to implement a game-wide system of learning abilities through your equipment worn. Now, they did a little bit of this in Final Fantasy VI, which, you know, you could argue, but those were like late game relics. This is the first time they did it like from the beginning of the game. So if you notice, the dagger has less attack power and it only teaches flee, whereas Mage Masher has more attack power and it teaches detect. There will be some weapons that will have higher attack power, but if we haven't mastered flee and detect by then, it may be beneficial for us to leave Mage Masher on to learn the ability fully, because while you're learning the ability, you can only use it if the item is equipped. If you unequip the item and you haven't fully mastered the ability yet, then you will lose that ability when you unequip the item. Now, you can always re-equip the item later and get that ability back, and you will keep all of the progress gained toward getting that goal of mastering the item from the ability from the last time you wore that item. But I generally don't like to do that. I generally like to master all the abilities as soon as I can, so that it just makes it easier to switch items later when I want to. So, this Moscow wants mail. I just wanted to check just to make sure it's better to check and see that there's nothing there, rather than not having checked and missed something. Garnet's missing. Blank's already searching inside. You search for that. Oh, that's right. They want us to go over here. Okay. So, the Evil Forest. By the way, I love these little intros. These soft title graphical intros to different places. Final Fantasy IX. This is the first time in the series that they've done that, and I think it's really effective, and I love it. What is that? Whatever it is, it's got Vivi scared. Release the princess at once. Okay, so yeah, it's like it's really gonna listen to you. Come on. So we've got Steiner and Zidane here. Now there's a story element here, I believe it's called Trance. Battle, yeah. Now, you would see a really spectacularly awesome magic special move that Zidane do when Trance is... so Trance, I've heard of it before, so they're saying it's like a mystical power basically induced by emotion. It's like nobody knows really what trance is, but that it happens, and that it's, you know, only commonly at high levels. But, so dying is what happens when you get into trance. Dying is not something... Oh, he doesn't have anything. Okay, well, let's look at Sword Art. We don't have any Sword Art yet, so we're just going to attack. So, wow, I thought that the plant brain had something. So we're just going to use our dying, because apparently he doesn't. So we're going to do free energy. If we had done Tidal Flame, I think it would have been a attack spell, and so that would have hurt Garnet. And that's not what we want. We definitely want her to survive. So, our level 1 trance doesn't last very long. That should have been our second trance spell to go off, I think. But, I thought thought I was going to be smart and steal from the battle. Ooh, dang, she doesn't have a lot of HP left. So, oh good, we killed the plant brain before Garnet could die. Otherwise that would have been game over if it would have sucked out another 24 HP. Where did they go? She's gone. Barely survived that one. I was too scared to cast any spells. That monster's probably gonna eat her. Don't worry, she's not dead yet. Steiner is gonna take a very long time before he can just get over his own incompetence and his own guilt over his incompetence. He's probably gonna take her to his master. That means the princess might be still alive. Oh, come. Yep. Well, there goes Vivi. Another battle. So I'm going to try to see if I can steal. The good thing about this is Vivi is in there and he's able to cast fire in this battle. So he's going to be helping us kill him. It's very effective. Fire magic is effective against these plants. So I'm going to try to steal here. It's still going to absorb HP out of it. Oh, still a broadsword, okay. And if Vivi does drop to 0 HP, then he will die and we'll get a game over. So I'm going to keep stealing with this. And I'm just going to keep healing with Steiner, because I don't want Vivi to die, but then again I want to be able to steal everything this plant brain has. But then again, Vivi is casting fire on it every round, so it's not like we have an infinite time in which to steal. I'm going to have Zidane do all the stealing, I'm going to have Steiner do all the healing. Doesn't have anything. Okay, well now we can have Steiner attack for sure. And Zidane as well. 3 huge hits in a row from all 3 of our leading men. And how is Plant Brain not dead yet? I think this fight is good. No? Oh yeah? Yep. There goes that. Vivi's released, but so is this poison mist. Alright, we got 3 AP on everybody. No experience. There's actually a guide posted on GameFAQs. It's called the Excalibur 2 Perfect Game Guide. I'm gonna have to look up who the author of that is, but I want to give a shout out to that author because he's been the authority on Final Fantasy IX for years and years. You guys are lucky. If it weren't for Zidane, you'd both be dead. Some of the monsters in this forest reproduce by planting seeds in other animals. When the seeds sprout, it's hasta la vista. You become beef jerky. Am I gonna die? No, you're gonna be fine. Here, drink this. It'll remove all the seeds from your body. So Zidane doesn't have to drink the yucky stuff. We're just gonna call that plot armor, I guess, at this point. If anybody at home is watching and wants to prove me wrong, you're welcome to do so. But for right now, we're going to call that plot armor. Don't worry about the princess. You're sick. Get in that room. Lay down. Drink the medicine. Go to sleep. I can't just stand here. princess's life rests in my hands. What can their boss possibly accomplish? This medicine smells terrible, and the color, it's obviously poison. You won't know unless you drink it. God help me. Hey, not bad. We find that a lot. Steiner seems to like the taste of things he hates the smell of, which is counterintuitive if you know anything about the olfactory process. Monsters are born in the mist or crawling everywhere. So what, there's nothing out here we can't handle? Yeah, but what are we going to do about the wounded? We can take them with us. How are we going to carry all of them? Trust me, we go out now and we'll all get wasted. My boys come before the princess, you know, it's too bad. We're going to stay put till everyone recovers. Better not set foot outside of this ship, you got that? Can't believe you're abandoning her. You're nothing but a big coward. So, Baku is a hard boss, but he is a caring boss. But obviously, he doesn't want any of his troop to die. And he's looking over his shoulder because I think he knows something about Zidane that we will all find out. Girl who was left behind. Where'd everybody go? What am I supposed to do now? Well, you're the one who let the princess get away, so we don't really care about you for right now. Structure's in poor condition. Perhaps I can break out by ramming into the wall. Fire, fire, let me out! So you didn't want to get hurt by the wall? I'm still not feeling well. You wuss. I wanted to see you knock your head against the wall. What's this? What an ugly doll. Princess Garnet, age 15. How dare they write the princess's name on such a ragged doll? Besides, the princess is not 15, she's 16. Princess. Well, obviously that doll has had a lot of use. So it's possible that she was 15 when whoever was playing with that doll began to have feelings and a crush on the princess. My little baby. So who might that person with a crush be? Should be here somewhere. Huh? Where is it? What happened to my Garnet doll? Aw, the ugliest little thief in the troop. How am I supposed to sleep now? Poor guy. Oh, Senna. Fire probably caught it, he says. Oh boy. There's a lot of emotional baggage to unpack there. Give that black mage some medicine and he'll be alright. Why don't you go see him? I think he wants to thank you. Okay. Let's see. Here's a chest. And here's a chest. That looked like a chest down there, but it's not. Let's see. A rubber helm. So here's some more. Here's some more stuff. We can't get to any of those boxes over there, I don't think. Can we get any treasure out of this room first? I think so. Potion. Alright. If I was to give any piece of advice in this game, it's to explore every side area you can thoroughly before you engage the next block of events. So the thing that Blank told us was to go talk to the mage. So now we're going to go ahead and talk to that mage. But first, there's some things up in this part of the room here. 116 gil. Ooh! Is there something down here? No. Oh. Thank you for helping me. Don't mention it. You did all the work. Yeah, you're black magic. Major power for a little guy. Are you peeved at me because I called you little? Hey, you're a great mage with great powers, alright? It's what's inside that counts. Yeah, don't judge a book by its cover. Sorry, when that monster caught her, I couldn't do anything. Hey, don't worry about the princess. I'll get her back, I promise. Thank you, Mr. Zidane. That's the first time anyone's called me Mister. Alright, Zidane. Alright. He was pretty down. Maybe I shouldn't have made that promise. I don't even know if I'll be able to find her. Flashbacks of the first time they met. Trying to make this way more romantic than it actually was. Maybe fate brought us together. I guess this is the way every guy feels. It's weird to think about feeling this way about every crush you ever have until finally one of them sticks, right? Can't stop thinking about her. Go look for her. Yeah, what's there to think about? She's cute and she's in trouble. That's all that matters. Why do you look so serious? What are you up to this time? I'm gonna take that knight and the black mage to find the princess. Yeah, boss schmoss. Why do you always gotta play hero? What are you waiting for? Go talk to the boss. No, man, I'm talking to the knight. Oh, I can't talk to him anyway. Looks like I'm gonna have to talk to the boss. But there he is. Took you long enough. Fell asleep, darn it. So you're leaving, eh? He knows. He knows Zidane is gonna go after the pretty girl. Alright. We got more room in the cargo room to have a throwdown brawl. Is there anything I need to equip? I don't think there is. By the way, if you guys have noticed, I'm sort of suffering from a syndrome called Final Fantasy VII syndrome. Flea Gill. Oh, okay, so I got a leather wrist. I can do Beast Killer, but I don't need that just yet, so I'll keep the Flea Gill. You know what? Maybe I will get leather wrist in there because 45. I'm gonna learn Beast Killer faster anyway. So Final Fantasy VII had the unfortunate mechanic that the X and circle buttons were switched. So your circle button was your accept button or your OK button, and your X button was your cancel button or your run button. And so I've been playing some Final Fantasy VII recently. I'm actually at the weapons at the end of the game on disc 3. So I'm suffering a little from the inverted buttons syndrome that Final Fantasy VII carries. But let's do this fight, man. Ain't holding back. So if I go through this screen walking for a little while and then sporadically running, you'll know that I was trying to press X the whole time, because X is the run button for Final Fantasy VII. And I should have been pressing circle that whole time. Sometimes I may cancel out of an attack. And I'm hoping I beat this Final Fantasy VII syndrome pretty soon, because I don't want to lose a battle from having canceled out of an attack at an untimely moment in the battle, I guess. So I'm not really too worried about him killing me here, because it's definitely possible, but he'll trip from time to time, so not every one of his attacks that comes up is going to be an action that results in actual damage. Like that. Oh, it doesn't have anything, so now I can just go ahead and attack him straight out. Probably still going to have to spend a potion, though. Just to not die. Oh, that tickles. He's so imposing. He's so abusive, adopted, fatherly sort of a character. It's like if you ever seen the movie Oliver Twist. It's a classic. It's not too bad for the children, but it's definitely not a good example of a father figure. Gotta do better than that. By the way, I grew up without a dad, so this was my view of all men until I was about 10 or 12 years old. I just saw all this native machismo coming out of every guy, and wasn't something I was familiar with coming out of my mom, you know, or her actions and her words and stuff. Well, bravo. Go find your princess. He punched him right in the gut. That hurt. He pulled his punches till that last one. So, I mean, he obviously wasn't trying his hardest. Free to go talk to the knight. I mean, Baku knew we were leaving. This is how well he knows his troop. He may not be a good father, but an actual father, he sort of is. Come on, you're too old to be playing with a doll. Silence, a scoundrel like you could never understand. No, we caught you playing with a doll, dude. Just overwhelmed with concern for the princess. If only you rogues hadn't kidnapped her, this is all your fault. If anything should happen to the princess, I will have your head. Yeah. Be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. What do you say, Rusty? Adelbert Steiner, captain of the Knights of Pluto, and I will never work with you conniving thieves. Actually, nothing is funner than naming him Rusty and just letting him go through the rest of the story named that. I figured you were a private, what with that cheap rusty armor. Ooh, burn. Look, this has nothing to do with Tantalus. It's something I decided to do on my own. I just want to save Garnet. You had better not be lying, because if you are, I won't hesitate to kill you. Yeah, I'm counting on you, Rusty. I'm only going with you to rescue the princess. I will deal with you personally when this is over. Whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be difficult with the two of us. Let's go get that mage. You fool, that black mage has unimaginable powers. I don't want to get him involved, but of course we should be calling him Master. Because magic is something I don't know at all how to do. Even though I cast a magic on you in a boss battle already. But that's debatable. It could have been a quote-unquote sword skill. But then again, we would think that maybe he would have started with one. If that was the case, because when we first get Steiner in the party, he doesn't have any sword skills. Well, Vivi, we're ready to go look for the princess. Really? That's great. Be careful, okay? Actually, you're coming. What? But I'm scared. Your magic was highly effective against that monster. We need you. I hold your power in greater esteem than I do this scoundrel's. Oh, I couldn't even move the last time. Come on. Just be a tough little guy. Show us what you got, little pipsqueak. Let's go. Alright, I'll try my best. Yeah? It's about your black magic. I wish to try an experiment. I was wondering if... Whisper, whisper. Magic sword? Okay, I'll give it a try. Oh, this magic ability mixing with my sword, which I don't know how to do and have never done before. Except for the one time. Yeah, he wasn't laughing because we hit him too hard. He was just laughing because he fooled us into thinking that we beat him straight out. Alright, so we get a choice between Beast Killer here and Minus Strike. Beast Killer is going to be 55, while Minus Strike is going to be 35, so I think we might as well go for the 35 just to get out of the way. Bug Killer at 50 or Minus Strike at 35. Bronze Armor. Wow, these graphics are updated. These are better sprites for the equipment slots than were present in PlayStation 1 edition of this game, so that's really cool. I think we might actually do Minus Strike just to get that learned faster, and that way we can switch to... Okay, so I'm going to explain this. Minus Strike on the Iron Sword and on the Rubber Helm will make it like a 2 times effect when the AP is calculated into the learning of the spell. So we have 3 AP on the Bronze Armor for the Bird Killer ability. That's because we completed a battle that awarded us 3 AP. So if we complete another battle that awards 3 AP, and we have Minus Strike being learned in 2 different categories, it'll actually give us 6 AP toward that 35. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll downgrade his weaponry later after we've learned Minus Strike. And then I may go off screen and learn all the abilities on the other equipment, on the downgraded equipment, and then I'll come back and I'll equip the more important equipment before the boss fight that's coming up. She's really dug her, huh? Can't sit around knowing a girl's in trouble. It goes against my nature. Whatever, you're full of crap. You're just jealous that I'm gonna get me a sweetie pie. She's not even my type. Came down here to give you this. I was thinking about me, but I don't need a love potion to reel this one in. Why don't you get your mind off girls for a second? This is the medicine I gave to that black mage in the night. Sort of like seed remover. Cool, this will come in handy. Why am I always helping you? Of course we didn't need Blank's medicine the first time. Don't forget to set your abilities. Leaving the band is your business. But you better keep training. Learning more abilities is going to make you even stronger. Yeah, we know. No, we're not going to do the tutorial on how to set abilities. Open the menu, select ability, select equip, and choose abilities you want to set. Thanks, Blank. I'll see you when I see you. Oh, I never... Oh, so that's good. That's refreshing. We don't have to do a forced tutorial of abilities planning. Got a leather hat. No, I guess that's it there. So yeah, that's cool. I was totally ready to be forced to go through a tutorial. You know, having just gotten out of Final Fantasy VII, and that's basically how other games run. I'll give you this tutorial in a short version. Basically, you go to ability. See those blue stones on each character? We got Zidane, we got Vivi, and we got Steiner. So Zidane has 18 stones, Vivi has 14, and Steiner has 17. So the abilities tab is where you assign those abilities. But there's two types of abilities in the game. There's action abilities and there's support abilities. Now we don't have any support abilities equipped to learn yet. What we have are just all action abilities. So the detect, the flee, those will all cost some kind of MP or some action. A beast killer. We actually have beast killer equipped. So, and protect girls. So I can actually go probably get... Oh, thunder. Oh, we want silk shirt on Vivi for sure. Fire. Let's see, wrist. Yeah, we'll give him a wrist, just because it boosts his defense. So Vivi doesn't have any support abilities. Now Steiner will have Bird Killer, and when we're done learning Minor Strike, he'll have Beast Killer. So we're gonna go to ability. Equip. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we got Beast Killer for Zidane. And Protect Girls. We still have 10 out of 18 gems, support gems. So we have nothing for Vivi to equip, and we have Bird Killer for Steiner, and we'll get some more later. Alright. Now, Phoenix down. I'm telling you, man, I do this effortlessly. I just find treasures that are there. Oh, he's running a shop. So we can buy things. But with Zidane, it's kind of dumb to buy things. Literally, we'll be able to go ahead and run into a bunch of battles, and we'll do something called grinding, something that lots of Final Fantasy fans are super familiar with. But again, if this is your first Final Fantasy video of any kind that you've been watching, you'll learn about grinding in a second here. Lognet. There's a letter for Zidane. So see, another example of when there's not a letter before a story block happening, but there is a letter after a story block happens. From Ruby to Zidane. This Ruby is the one we left behind. She's the Southern Belle in the theater who doesn't know what to do now. You alright? I'm doing good. I met an interesting stranger in Alexandria today. I'll tell you more soon. Tell the boys in Tantalus I say hi. Yeah, she sounds nice, but she kind of let the princess get away, so sometimes I have them read the letter a second time because it could open up a script for like a new letter. It's not always the case, but sometimes, you know, you find that the script for accepting a new letter is hidden behind the script of reading a letter that has come in the mail for you. So, I'm going to go ahead to the point in the game where you see all the screens that lead up to the boss battle. And we're going to do all the active time events. Right before hitting the boss battle, I'm going to go ahead and grind. Okay, let's really liven up this place. Let our music do the fighting. This ought to boost morale. It's great. So this is the Final Fantasy VII Junon theme. Whenever you enter the city of Junon, this is what plays. Okay, boss. Alright, let's see. This screen here. You can go to the left. Wonder where this river goes. Oh, no treasure, huh? Okay, well here is a spring in the middle of the forest. This is what I'll be using when I'm grinding to replenish my HP and MP. Do as I say, not as I do. You sure about this? Don't worry, we'll be out of here soon too. Take this map, it's going to be a long trip back to Lindblom. Alright, I'll see you later. Counting on you. So Blank is on a sort of a mission, I guess, now. So when you drink from this fountain, HP and MP are restored. It's like you never got into a battle and never got fought. Never got your HP hit. Okay, so what do you want to do, Kupo? Give Monty a letter. Because we have one from Kupo. I think Queen Brain is up to something, but I suspect Princess Garnet even more. Kupo. She might leave home soon with a prince on a white horse. Maybe it's just my imagination. Yeah, well, we're no prince and we're not on a white horse, but oh, didn't she just... Oh, never mind, Kupo. Oh, she just ran through here, and you're covering for her. Monty is a shady Moogle. Ah, see here, I just received a letter from Stiltzkin. Let's read it together, Kupo. And this is hidden behind the second viewing of a letter that came in for us. This is the second letter to come in. I'm in a very cold place right now. It's really strange. It wasn't like this last time I came here. But I guess this is why I travel, to encounter the unexpected. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here before I get trapped in ice. Cold place? Oh, I know where he is, Kupo. There must be something strange going on. Really? Apparently Moogles know more about icy places than we do. Because it seems strange to him that the ice is that prevalent wherever the ice is normally known to be. Yeah, I guess we could safely say that. Okay, so cancel. Now we'll proceed down the path. I think this screen might be the screen where the boss battle is getting ready to begin. And if it is, you know, we're coming up on 40 minutes. So I could end here. And there's that boss. yeah, so this definitely is the last screen. Yep, there's the boss's tentacle over there. If we go in that cave there, we'll be against the plant boss. So this starts the front half of my grind here. This is going to be my grind. Basically just going to learn Minor Strike for Steiner, and then I'm going to switch over his equipment to give him more of a... Ooh, one hit. Nice. Now Zidane has a Darkness spellcast on him by that Dendrobium, and Darkness is a persisting condition, so I will need eye drops. I'll need to use those eye drops I just won to get rid of the Darkness. Unless, let's see if the spring will heal it. Nope. Nope, the spring does not clear status effects. So be aware of that. I'm surprised. I thought that there was like a special item over here, but maybe not. I mean, it could have always been that "I wonder where the river goes" text that stuck out in my mind as something clickable on this screen. So, I mean, I've played this game so many times that I have almost a geographic, pictographic memory of like all of the clickable items that are in the game. And I'm sure it's not going to be 100%. I'm sure at some point I'm going to miss something and you're going to be like, oh ho, but did you know? And the answer most likely is probably going to be yes, I did know. But I just forgot in that gaming moment because I'm not bragging when I say I've played this game so many times. I really, really, really should know where all of the clickable things are by now. So, yeah, that's how many hours of my life that I've carved out dedicated to playing this game. And most of those, granted, were before my daughter was alive, before my first daughter was alive, much less my second. She is a month old now. And we've leveled up. Yay! And we get skill and we get AP. And that's awesome. But yeah, I ran through this game several times before I was even married, once before I even graduated high school, several times before I got my associate degree at the community college there, and several times during my early working life. So this game is definitely one of my classic go-tos. You know what? I'm gonna steal. I think with this brand that's gonna be going on, I'm gonna leave all the killing to Steiner and I'm gonna steal with Zidane, because we need to get the steals count up in the game, so that later on when we get the item that teaches us the Thievery ability, it will be useful right off the bat. We won't have to grind steals at a late stage in the game because we will have already been grinding them throughout the entire course of this adventure. So I'm going to go ahead and steal with Zidane as much as possible, because like I said, I can't remember the exact mathematical formula, but I know the total number of steals in the game is divided by something inappropriately large. Like I'm thinking maybe somewhere in the 900s or something, 700s is what it's divided by. So you have to get, a whole bunch of steals for thievery to be useful. But once it becomes useful, it never stops being useful because the stat does not, it doesn't proc off of any stats that Zidane has. So you could literally be affected with Mini, which will take your physical attack down to 1. You can be affected with poison or weakness or weaknesses. What is it? Curse? I don't know. It's been so long. There's any statuses that you have. Silence. You can cast Thievery when you have Silence cast on you. So Thievery is one of those skills that you want to get to 9,999 damage, and that is the damage cap for this game and many of the classic games of this Final Fantasy period. Really, you don't break that damage limit until Final Fantasy X, so this was the standard all the way through the series until 9. 9 was the last one to stick to that damage cap. Actually, 10 actually stuck to the damage cap in the front of the game. You have to equip an ability to break damage limit in 10 in order to break the damage limit. It's just not assumed that you get to break that 9,999 limit, even in Final Fantasy X. So, that trope is consistent throughout the whole series all the way up to 10. And all the way up until late game content in 10. So get Thievery up to 9,999 damage, and that'll be the max damage you can hit for it. And once you have that, encounters become a cakewalk. You just shred your way through boss battles, you shred your way through random encounters. The whole game is much more manageable when you have Thievery up really high. So steal with Zidane. He's a thief. Use him what he's used for. Don't do what I did in the first playthrough and just go the whole game without stealing. Role play that character for the role he's designed for in canon. Steal with him all the time. Sometimes you have I couldn't steal anything, and I'm not such a stickler that I'm gonna waste a good attack opportunity to get that item stolen. Just gonna chalk that up as a loss because I can't remember rightly whether it's all steal attempts that were made or whether it was all successful steal attempts that were made that power up Thievery, but in any instance, I'm not gonna make this grind totally terrible on myself. Just gonna go ahead and steal if it's possible the first time around, and if it's not, I'll try in the next battle. So I'm pressing triangle right now to switch from Steiner's ATB, which was ready first. So when Steiner's ATB comes up and it's his turn, you can press triangle to get to Zidane or Vivi. And he's coming up first a lot, actually. which won't be the case for the entire game. There definitely will be a point when Zidane becomes the fastest character you have. And there will be other characters with better abilities that you want to use, and you'll be like, well shoot, it's Zidane's turn again. So now what do I do? But yeah, that'll happen. Zidane will speed up significantly. Well, I'm at 22 out of 35, so I guess I'll just hang in here and show you guys this grind start to finish. Just so that you can see the learning of abilities pop up for the first time, and for first-time viewers of this game in general, that could be cool to see. But definitely, as a rule, I will generally do my my AP grinding off of screen, just because I don't want to waste my time. So we had 22, and we received another 3, which means another 6. So that's 28. So we really only have 2 more battles to fight to get that ability learned. And that's only if I didn't misread the AP awarded at the end of the fight. Let's see. Angle, steel, attack. Still a potion. Vivi would be much more impressive here if we were using black magic. There's no reason I shouldn't be using black magic. I'm just too lazy to go through the menu to pick the black magic. So, Vivi is a character that I easily find myself too lazy for. Oh, that's 1 AP per goblin battle. That's significantly worse. Okay, well, so you saw Vivi learn his ability in the level up menu, and so now we see that he has the ability learned, Fire, and he has, oh, because he was learning that double as well, so Thunder, let's see, Fleet Gill, he doesn't have a better equipment for any of these options. But we've seen Vivi level up his ability, and that should be enough, really. So just assume that it looks like that every time somebody learns an ability. I need to learn Fleet Gill. Okay, so I am going to then take this opportunity to do the rest of that grinding off screen, and we'll get Minus Strike learned, and then we'll get Beast Killer in there, and we'll get Bug Killer in there, and Steiner will have more of his support ability gems used than probably any other character in the game at this point. So he'll have a really low number /18. So I guess with that, we go ahead and end the video. This has been StiltzkinKupo84 for Cat and Fam Gamer TV. Thanks for watching. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let my daughter be as popular as she could possibly want to be. And I'll see you later.